Hello dear learners, I am Assistant Professor Ishwari Pardeshi, and in today's video we are going to have a look at IQ, EQ and the differences between them. Let's begin. IQ is your intelligence quotient. Intelligence quotient is anything and everything related to your memory, your brain, your cognition, thinking capabilities and your thinking powers, right? So it will include logical, how you have logical connection in between things, how you are analyzing things, that is analytical ability, then the reasoning powers, how you are giving reasons to a certain thing, how you are coming down to a reason. That is what, if you have IQ, you will be able to do it effectively. It focuses on problem solving, memory, language and knowledge. That is, if you have good IQ, if you have a high IQ level, then you will be able to solve problems without much efforts and you will be able to do it very easily. Your memory retention will be good, your language hold will be very good, and obviously your knowledge, that is your subject knowledge, will be good if you have good IQ. Yes, again, it is useful for your academic tests and job eligibility. Why academic tests? Because if you are good at memory, problem solving, language and knowledge, you will be good at your academics, your overall studies. And if you score good marks in your academics, then it is obviously going to reflect on your results and your mark sheets, which will be helpful for your job opening when you go for your interviews. Next is your EQ. EQ is emotional quotient. It is anything and everything related to your heart, to your feelings, to your emotions, to what you feel and to how you manage your feelings. It is about that, right? So there will be management of emotions and relationships. Why management and not control? Because as a human being, we cannot control our emotions. We can only manage them. We can only understand and then react accordingly. And if you are able to have a hold of your emotions, if you are able to manage your emotions, then obviously it is going to be helpful with the relations that you have with people around you. Yes, say for example, you and your mother are having some conversation and you see your mother is upset. Will you say things that are going to hurt her more, or will you say things that are going to make her happy and cheerful? So you first of all will understand by the expressions, by the way they are behaving, that the person is sad or is not feeling up to the mark, or is not the same that person generally is, right? So you will understand, and if you are understanding, it is because of your emotional quotient. And once you understand, you cater your words, you alter your dialogues according to it, right? If the person is sad, will you make them more sad or will you try to cheer them up? Obviously you will try to cheer them up by bringing some topics which you know that they might smile on or they might be cheerful with, right? So it helps you to focus on empathy, communication and self-control, right? Empathy is what? It is how you understand what the other person is facing problems, what they are going through, what they are feeling. It is what empathy is. If you are able to do that, you will be able to have effective communications with people. If you are not able to understand people's emotion, then you are certainly not be able to communicate effectively. Why? Because when you understand people's emotion, you will be able to change the topics. And if a person is hurt already and you are having conversation on more hurtful topics, will you have good communication with that person? No. So based on that, you are going to change your wordings, right? So for that, you need to have good EQ. And again, there is self control. If you are able to understand and manage your emotions, then only you will be able to focus on how to control ourselves, to control our reactions, not emotions but our reactions. If you are able to understand your emotions and others' emotion, you will be able to control your reaction. That is what self control is about. It is important in your personal, EQ is important in your personal as well as your professional career, in your professional life. Yes. Next is the key differences. What are the main differences between EQ and IQ? First of all, logical and analytical emotions and social. Next is origin, that it can be genetic or it can be developed. Next is focus, that includes thinking and feeling. Right. Next is the test standards. For the first one it is behavior, and for the next one it is empathy. Right. When we are talking about IQ, there is logic and analysis involved, but when we are having a discussion about EQ, there is always emotional and social factors that are involved. Next, the origin for IQ is genetic, and for EQ you can develop your emotional quotient, but intelligence quotient can even be developed, but mostly it is genetically passed on. Next we have focus. The main thing that is at focus in IQ is your thinking, and for EQ it is feelings and relations, or relating power with others. Right. The test standard here for IQ is test, standard test, and for EQ it is behavior and empathy. So I hope you are understanding that EQ is anything and everything related to your emotions, feelings, and IQ is your brain, your thinking, your cognition, right? And it is important to have both IQ and EQ for academic success as well as your workplace success. If you have both in moderation, if you have both in required content, then you will be able to have good academic as well as workplace life. So these both matter a lot in our lives. Why? Because IQ helps us in solving problems, whereas EQ helps us understand the people around us, right? So both are needed for a balanced life. And to improve our IQ and EQ, we can do certain things. First one is reading. It will improve knowledge plus emotional awareness. By reading more and more, we will understand by the characters how emotional or how emotions they are showing, and how reactions are taking place based on those emotions. So we can be more aware of the emotions. Next is active listening. If there is focus on speaker's words and emotions, then obviously we will be able to do good in our EQ. Then if we are able to identify patterns and notice how people react in situations, then again we will be able to improve our IQ as well as our EQ. Next is to reflect and to learn from every interaction. If we are if we had a conversation, if we had a communication with some person or with some people, at that time, with that we understand if a person is not really well with some topic, or if they get agitated or angry when we are having a communication on certain topic, then we understand, and then on the next time we reflect that if that person was not feeling well or not feeling okay to continue the communication on the certain topic, then we will avoid to have that topic. If we know that a person gets hurt if we are having communication on certain topic, then we are going to avoid that topic in our next communication. That is reflecting and identifying patterns, and then reacting in situations based on what we have experienced in the previous communications. So if we are doing all these things, then we can definitely improve our IQ as well as our EQ. Thank you for watching.